Hi everyone, we're going to do a revision activity for college maths. This is part 1. Given that 2x plus 1 is a factor of the polynomial function, and this is a polynomial function, then p negative a half. We are going to replace here to be minus a half. If you are not comfortable with a fraction, then you can see negative 0.5. So where you see x, you are going to replace it with negative 0.5. So we have 2 open bracket, negative 0.5 q. Then we replace this x, so you're going to have plus 3. And where we have x squared, we're going to have open bracket, negative 0.5. And then it's going to be square minus 3. It's going to be negative 0.5. And carry this further. So it's going to be negative 0.5 minus. To replace x to be minus 0.5, this x to be minus 0.5, this x to be minus 0.5. This is where we have to be careful when we are putting things in our calculator. You see how I have it in bracket? Once you enter it into your calculator, just as how it's presented here, you will not have any problem with getting the correct answer. So let me just move this. This has nothing to do with what we're doing here. So all of this, you are going to enter in your calculator. So you enter 2 open bracket minus 0.5. Then you close the bracket. Then you enter q plus 3 open bracket minus 0.5. Close the bracket, square. Then you have minus 3, open bracket, minus 0.5. And then you close the bracket, minus 2. Equal. And then what do you get? If you want me to repeat, I have 2 open bracket minus 0.5. Close the bracket, cube. Then you have plus 3. Open bracket minus 0.5, close the bracket, square, minus 3, open bracket minus 0.5, 0.5, and then you're going to close the bracket minus 2. Now I'm hoping when you enter this, you are getting 0. So therefore, answer is B. Now the next question we have, the solution of the equation, 9x squared minus 4 equals 0. So what we are going to do is carry this 4 over the equal sign. So we have 9x squared equal positive 4. Then divide both sides by 9. So this cancel. So you have x squared equal 4 over 9. And to get rid of square, use square roots. Once you square root, you are going to get plus or minus. So my answer is x is equal to plus or minus 2 over 3. So that means our answer is D. For the next question, we have ln root e. So we have ln square root of e. Square root is the same thing as a half. So I have ln e to the half. And in the half, you're going to carry it in front. So you have a half, then ln e. And then ln e is 1, so this is going to cancel. So my answer is going to be a half. If I had cube root, then this would be 1/3. So a little bit of indices is taking place. So the answer is C. Now, please note, it doesn't matter what's the base. log 1 is 0. And then these are the same, so the value is 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Given that f of fx equal to log 10x, then f1, you replace x to be 1, so it's 2 log 10 times 1. 10 times 1 is 10, so you have 2 log 10, and log 10 is 1. So this would be gone, so the answer is 2. This one is saying we need to write it in log form. So we have 9 is the base, a half is the power, and is equal to 3. So to write it in log form, we have the log, and 9 is the base, so we have 9 here. Half is the power, so the power goes over the equal sign. And then the 3 goes beside the log. So if you look, which one looks like what I've just mentioned? So the answer is A. Now the next part, we have to use a graph to answer. So let's look at the question. The value of f of 0, that means x is 0. This is where x is 0. So x is 0, it means that x is 0 and y is 0. So my answer will be B. Find the value of f of 8. That's telling me x is equal to 8. So when x is 8, what is y? So I need to look for 8 on my graph. So let's zoom in a little. So this is x is 8, and you look, it's cutting this line, and this line is like a y equal 2. So that means when x is 8, y is 2. So I can go ahead, circle that my answer is B. Now, for this part, it's saying the function of f of x is which of the following? All of them have x bearing 2. What we need to find out is which one is a curve and which is a line. Curve always has a power, and this is behaving like y equal 2. So looking at the graph, we can see that this is a curve and this is the line. But let's look at what is happening at 2. If you look for the line, it's basically representing the values greater than 2, and it's strictly greater than because this is open, while for the curve, this is saying it's using at x equal 2 and all the x values that are less than 2. So if you look here, which one of them is it? Remember I said it's using the values where for y equal 2, it has to be greater than 2. And for x squared, which is a curve, it is equal to 2 and using the numbers less than 2. So my answer will be C. Which of the following is not an arithmetic series? Meaning that it doesn't have a common difference. So if you look at this, take the difference, 8.5 minus 7. When you take the difference of that, you get 1.5. So the common difference should be 1.5. So when I add 1.5 to all of this, I should be getting the next. So 7 plus 1.5, that gives me 8.5. If you have 8.5 plus 1.5, am I getting 10? Yes. And then 10 plus 1.5, am I getting 11.5? Yes. So this is an arithmetic series. Let's look at this. I have minus 2 minus 5. So to find a common difference, you're going to say minus 5 minus minus 2. So the common difference is negative 3. So when I subtract negative 3, I should be getting the next. So minus 2 minus 3, I get minus 5. Minus 5 minus 3, I'm getting negative 8. Minus 8 minus 3, I am getting negative 11. So this is an arithmetic series. For this, if I say 3.1 minus 3, I'm getting 0.1. So if I add 0.1, am I getting the next? And it's yes. So this would be 3 plus 0.1, that's 3.1. Then we have 3.1 plus 0.1, that's 3.2. And 3.2 plus 3.2 plus 0.1, that's 3.3. So that means this is not, because this is going up by 0.1. Well, it should be, but this is 0.1. And when I add 0.1 to 3.1, it's not giving me 3.11. So this is not going up by a constant number, so that's not an arithmetic series. The number of terms in the arithmetic progression, we're going to look at the last term. The last term is 17. So the term formula is t is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. So the term is 17, so I'm going to have 17 here. And the first term is 50, so I'll have my 50 here. N is what I'm trying to find, so I have n minus 1. And then the common difference you subtract. So 47 minus 50, and I'm hoping you are seeing it's going to be negative. What are you saying? Negative 3. So therefore, I'm going to have my common difference to be minus 3. Now I'm going to carry the 50 over. So I have 17, take away 50. And I'm going to say minus 3 times n, that's minus 3n. And minus 3 times minus 1, that's plus 3. 17 minus 50. So let's just simplify that. 17 minus 50, so that's minus 33. I did not write the 3 here, so this should be a 3. So I have minus 33 equal minus 3n plus 3. Cover the 3, so this is minus 33 minus 3. So that would be minus 36. So I have minus 36 equal minus 3n. I remember how I got minus 36? Carry over this over, it becomes minus 3. So minus 33 minus 3 give you minus 36. And then divide both sides by minus 3. And when you divide this, you should be seeing that n is equal to 12. What's the common ratio for the geometric? We can just divide the second term by the first term. So minus 4 over 27. Divide it by 8 over 81. So if you're putting it in your calculator, for me, I use ABC. So use a function that gives you fractions. So minus 4 ABC 27 divided by 8 ABC 81. And that's going to give me minus 1.5, which is the same thing as saying minus 3 over 2. So your answer is going to be B. The sum of the first 10 terms of the geometric progression. The sum of the first 10 terms. Now, first, what's the common ratio? The common ratio is found by dividing. So we have 15 divided by 5. So my common ratio is 3. So Sn is equal to A open bracket, r to the n minus 1 over r minus 1. So a is the first term, so that's 5. And then we have r, which we found to be 3. It's the first 10 terms, so n is equal to 10 minus 1 over r again, so that's 3 take away 1. Now the numerator you can enter in your calculator. You say 5 open bracket 3 and the power 10 take away 1, close the bracket, and you should be getting 295,240. And then 3 take away 1 is 2. So divided by 2, so you get 147,620. So the answer is B. Now because of space, I'll have to remove this. The summation from n equal -1 to n equal 1, it's telling us where do we start from? We start at -1, so you have n equal -1, then we're going to substitute n equals 0, and then we substitute n equal 1. So replacing n, so you have -1, then we have -1, -1, plus 0, open bracket, 0 minus 1, plus 1, open bracket, 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So 0 times 1 is 0. So this would be gone when calculating. Because it is 0 on the outside, that would be gone. So you're left with -1, and -1 is -2. So I'll have times -2, and negative times negative positive. So my answer is +2. When you see this, it's telling you to transpose. Transpose means turning the rows into columns. That's all it means. So the first row becomes the first column, 1, 2, 0, and the second row becomes the second column, 2, 0, 4. So the answer is C. What value of P will make the matrix singular? So I'm hoping you know what is a singular matrix. So a singular matrix is where the determinant is 0. So a singular matrix is where the determinant is 0. So therefore, we are going to find a determinant. 3 times P, that's 3P, minus 6 times -2, that's -12, and then it's equal to 0. So I repeat, you find the determinant, so you say 3 times P to be 3P minus, because determinant has a minus, and then 6 times -2 give -12, and it's equal 0 because it's a singular matrix. 2 negatives make it a positive, so we have 3P plus 12 equals 0, and now we solve. So you carry this over the equal sign. So you have 3P equal -12, and then we divide both sides by 3. So this cancel, and then 3 into -12, we'll have -4, so my answer is B. A sum of $5,000 invested at 5% per annum. Its compounding takes place semi-annually. Then the accrued amount after 3 years is. Now, you can use the compound interest formula, but you can also use the future value formula or even the present value formula. So future value is equal to present value times 1 plus r raised to the t. The present value is the amount invested, so the present value is 5,000. 1 plus r, please note that r, we have to do some calculation. This is 5%. But because it's compounded semi-annually, it's going to be 5% divided by 2 to give us 2.5. And then converting it to decimal, divided by 100, you have 0.025. So this is 0.025. And then for t, because it's compounded, we have to say 3 years times 2, so that's 6. And now this you can enter in your calculator. It's 5,000 open bracket 1 plus 0.025 close bracket raised to the 6. And my answer is 5,798.47. Using the interest rate of 12% per annum, the present value is 12,000 in 2 years. The time is, so using an interest rate of 12% per annum, present value of $12,000 in 2 years' time is, what are we finding? Present value of this future value. So I'm going to just use, since I already have the formula above here, I'm just going to reuse it. So we have future value is equal to present value 1 plus r raised to the t. So because it's per annum, it means it doesn't affect rate or time. And they gave us a future value to be 12,000. We're finding the present value. And then we have 1 plus r is 12%. So the decimal is 0.12. And for t is 2 years, so I'm going to have 2. So this part, I have 12,000 equal present value, and this is going to be 1.12 raised to the 2. Then divide both sides by 1.12 square. So 1.12 square. This cancel. So dividing this, we need our calculator. So enter 12,000 divided by 1.12 square. That's going to give us $9,566.33. So the answer is B. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.